Preparing to live stream. I think we're live.
Yeah, it says live on here. It says
Oh, we're live. Well, hey, stranger. We're doing a little live midday. Well, not midday. It's 6:30 on Friday, a little after 6:30. We'll see if anybody's watching here in a second. We got Brandon McLeod on a little, I don't call this after dark. This is kind of before dark or getting into dark. We'll call it after dusk.
After dusk.
After dusk. It's a whole new channel. Another goddamn paramotoring show on YouTube, dear.
Does your shirt say "I love my Wi-Fi"?
It does say "I love my wife." When I'm in the doghouse, I put this on.
I said my Wi-Fi. I was like, I love my
Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi? No, I definitely do not love my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is the worst Wi-Fi.
I know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't on my end.
I got stream close-up of Brandon McLeod right now.
Stream. I'm on my phone.
Let's see. I'm trying to get to see if I can find a chat here. You could probably pull it up. You have a second computer, right? Oh, here it is. We got 10 people watching, Brandon. It's like the old days.
Like the good old days. The very first time we did it.
So I can't wait to see what people have to say to Brandon McLeod, who has been in, my gosh, so you've been over in Germany in a bunker for 8 months. That's incredible, man.
It's been it's been a very isolated experience.
Yes. And I don't even know if you can disclose where you are now. It looks like, is that, are you in Russia? It looks like a Russian house you're in.
I'm not in a communist country. No, I'm in the United States.
Brandon, tell us what's been going on with you for a while. Well, we've been flying. I've seen you all the time.
Flying.
So there was a comment on Robert's show the other day. Someone said, "Where's Brandon been?" So yeah. I want people to know that you're still alive and kicking and doing well.
I know. I don't want them to feel like I'm in, trouble or anything.
No. House arrest.
Yeah. House arrest. Yeah.
It's only house arrest. It hasn't been in jail. It's just house arrest. And
that's right.
Internet.
No, been good. Everything's been fine, really. Flying and trying to do more of that is mostly what I've been up to. We got some Skywalker stuff going on, so I've been devoting a lot of time and energy towards that too.
House arrest.
I'm turning my volume down on my phone since my computer sucks. Go ahead. We got, just to tell you who's here, John Adams, Scuba. Hi, Scuba. Yes, we're live. Now, good buddy of mine I met down in Florida. Never trust a skinny chef, Shane. So, yeah. Brandon, Shane's already promised he's going to make me dinner one night at Bad Apples. And our buddy Mike Fogel is watching. Mike
is he a chef? Is he a chef?
He is.
Really?
Yes, he's not skinny anymore either, though. He's a big guy. It's false advertising. And then,
it's a delay. It's a delay.
Are you watching? Is that mine or yours? Oh.
Hi, Scuba. Yes,
it's a delay. I don't know what's going on there.
I still don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what the hell just happened.
Yeah, this Zoom thing is weird.
It
went away. It's gone. You're muted. This is just like the old days right here. Oh my God. Well, there that goes.
What the heck?
I got muted or you got muted? Somebody got muted.
I muted myself. I'm thinking it's me.
Yeah, this Zoom thing is weird.
It just keeps repeating. Is it done? Oh, good. All right, we're back. We're back. All right, so Shane. Now you can hear me now, right?
This is just like the old days.
This is perfect. Mike Fogel's watching. You know who Mike Fogel is.
Mike Fogel, yeah.
There that goes. What the heck?
Wait, get out of here with your phone. Get out of here with your phone.
I muted myself. I think it's me.
Hey, get out.
Oh, this is crazy. There goes David arguing off camera.
All right, so Shane.
I don't even know what's going on
You
anymore.
can hear me now, right?
It's a great show. Great
Oh,
show.
Perfect.
oh, it's good. I love it.
Is that yours or mine?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I found it. Oh my God. Okay. I think I figured it out, Brandon. I just shut everything down on my computer. My computer is the worst computer. Thank God we still power. All right. Problems are over. I promise. You there, Brandon? You still there?
I'm still here. Yeah,
All right.
man.
So Michael Fogel is watching. Cross Country Adventures. That was oh gosh, Cross Country Adventures. What name? You would remember their old name.
Cross country adventures.
You got to put in the chat what it is. Jeff Dean, my buddy Jeff Dean down in there in Florida. Hey Jeff. Glenn Tusing, Craig Couch, as always. Craig
Yeah,
Couch,
yeah.
good to see you, Brandon. Mike Fogel says he's your boy, or you're his boy.
I'm his boy.
Oh, Shane just got done flying. He's down at Aviators. That's awesome. My buddy
Really?
Kevin can fly. Love him. He just got out of work. Kevin's a free flight pilot, and he just made his first motor flight. He just got a motor this last week. And Slow Days is
Awesome.
watching. So there you go. All right, so Brandon, back to you. Tell us what's been going on in your life.
Gosh, what has been going on? Work. Man. Stress? No, not stress. Yeah, trying to focus more on flying in the Skywalkers, really, more than anything else.
Instructors.
Yeah, trying to do this instructor stuff.
Put Abby on. Abby will do the interview.
Here. So yeah, here. I'll show you a picture of this thing here. So yeah, would like to get my light sport CFI, certified flight instructor. So I've been working on that, which is really hard because it's mentally painful studying this stuff. It hurts. God, it hurts. Gosh, that's about it, really, man. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say, David.
What are you doing with the FAA? You've been working with the FAA.
I'm on the safety team for the FAA here in this area, which I think is a really good thing. A lot of people tend to think the FAA is, this, enemy of ours since we're ultralight pilots. And, that's, I guess it depends on what area of the country you're in as to how your local flight standards district office, your FSDO, reacts towards you. We're lucky here where we're at because they actually are very nice and have been very accommodating to me. Because there's not ever been anybody that represents ultralights that's been on the safety team. And it's helpful because when you have a way of being able to have communication with the FAA like I do on the safety team, and anybody can join the safety team in their local area, and I really strongly encourage that. It does help to have rapport with them because you know what the problem is before it becomes a problem. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. They do want us to put on some kind of Part 103 seminar, webinar, and we may be doing that here in the next few months. I'm not sure when.
Mm-hmm. Is that at the local airport or is that somewhere else?
So we can do that anywhere if it's a webinar. We can do a webinar and it'd be something that anybody could watch and see. Or we could do a seminar where it's actually like in person. And there is airport just north of me where I actually went and got my private pilot's license. My instructor wants to hold it up there, but I think a webinar would be more useful.
Yeah,
because you can reach a lot more people that way.
And now that you know how to use Zoom, we can do that.
I don't know how to use Zoom. I still don't know. I'm on my phone.
You're figuring it out. You're learning today.
I don't know how to use it.
So we were just there's someone in the chat. We were just talking about Harley doing the 50 states, and he's in the chat right now.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy. We were just talking about a few minutes ago. If we do a lot of flying around our local airport, we got to get out more, like Harley does, and see as much as we can see. And you were talking about going over some mounds.
Yeah. Well, I think adventure flying really is something that we get into paramotors to have an experience flying them. And just flying around your local LZ is really gets kind of old after a while. And
Yeah.
it'd be really nice to be able to get some guys together and go do some things that you normally don't get a chance to do. And when I'm watching YouTube videos, like I mentioned to you, I don't really watch a whole lot of paramotor videos really, but I do really like watching the paramotor adventure videos where these, especially Scout, man, these guys with the Scout paramotor, if you ever go to their channel, they do some awesome adventures with their paramotors. Like, and they do them like, you know, Iceland and was it Slovakia, all these different places. But there's beautiful places in the United States to see too. And would love to do more of that.
Awesome.
We did that with the Michigan guys. We did
That's
that
right.
paramotor trip. I mean, we need to do more of those types of experiences.
So some of you in the chat know who Brandon is, and for some of you, because I'm looking at some of the names, you know, it's people who have jumped on watching our Paramotor Nation here in probably the last couple of months. Brandon and I sat at a coffee shop about a year ago from now, right? And we came up with this idea to do a show that was just paramotors, and Paramotor Nation, which is now our Paramotor Nation, was born. So you're to blame, man.
I'm to blame.
You're partially to blame.
I take all the blame.
I was the daddy and Brandon was the wife.
Yep.
Or maybe vice versa. I don't know.
Why do you say that? You love your Wi-Fi. I love that shirt, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love
I'll
it.
tell you something. When you walk into places with this on, all the women are like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm like, yeah, I'm not married. True.
You're silly.
Mike Fogel says Brandon's always willing to help. So,
Yep.
And a lot of you have seen, can we say this about the student coming up in June, I think it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of you know who Shandor is. Shandor posts a lot on Facebook. He's always watching our Paramotor Nation, and he's watching Robert's show, Paragliding Talk. And Shandor has been saving his money, and he's going to be buying a paramotor, and Brandon's going to be training him this summer.
Really look forward to that too. I love teaching. I love helping people get into the sport. And I love helping people stay in the sport, which is why the Skywalkers exist and why clubs are so important and why people should do that in their local areas. I don't care where they're at. I think it is really, really, really important.
Yep. Yeah, I'll tell you, and this was great. We had a meeting, and I'll let you talk about that. The meeting just this past week, but I do want to answer. Jeff Dean says, still wondering what I had to do to wear this shirt. Jeff, it's just me being me, man. Every day I find more reasons why I need to wear the shirt and say I'm sorry to my wife. So, and then Harley saying, hope to see a bunch of people while here in Florida before I head north in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Harley, man, reach out to me, man. We want to see you here and fly with you here in Cincinnati. You can hit Cincinnati, Kentucky, and New Jersey all in the same day, pretty much right where we're at, buddy.
Yep.
But definitely come to see us. And
Yep.
Slow Days, yeah, if you go onto the Our Paramotor Nation website and you go down to episodes, you go to the very first episodes, you'll see Brandon in there. Oh, no, Coconut Titties is here.
Did you ever find out who that was? Who is that?
Still don't know. I have a feeling I know who it is, but I think it's the same person I used to always think it was.
Really?
I've only stayed because Brandon wanted to stay. I think it's you, Brandon.
Who is it? Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I don't know. It's awesome, though. That's awesome. So I was there, but why don't you tell everybody a little bit more about the meeting that you put together? Josh Perry is so confused. Another show. Actually, by the way, I could make some announcements right here, but I'd rather wait till Sunday night. We got a lot of announcements on Sunday night shows, some things that are coming up, some really exciting things, including the guest in 2 weeks. We're excited about Ross. Todd, Ross is going to be on this Sunday night. And actually, I watched, I don't get to watch it live all the time because I'm working during Ask Aviator, but we were talked about during Ask Aviator. For those of you that were watching, Todd had mentioned that he was supposed to be on the show last week. He's going to try to make the show this week. Todd Scandrett was on as the guest for Eric Farewell. Ross but he wasn't able to get reception. So Todd's going to race to get home from Florida on Sunday and hopefully be on with us as well. Ross jumped in on the show and Todd, or not Todd, Eric made it a point to say, you just tell those guys that our Paramotor Nation that you were on our show first. So, so, but anyways, I'm sorry. Let's get back to you, Brandon. Talk to us about this meeting and why you put it together and what we talked about.
Oh, so yeah, the meeting was really just to get everybody together. We had one of our members that actually asked to have a meeting. He wanted to have it at BW3s, and with them we decided, well, it's kind of hard to hear in BW3s one another, which is fine. I mean, just getting together and being with one another is fine. But yeah, we had a guy come in who he does commercial drones, and he's actually a really interesting guy because he was a flight instructor. I mean, he had all the ratings. He had all kinds of ratings. He was a glider pilot, so he flew gliders.
He landed on a dam.
Yeah. That's right. Really crazy story. But just hearing him talk about, drones are really under the eye of the FAA right now, for obvious reasons. But, we fly in airspace where drones might, be in our way. And I don't know if there's any real way to avoid a drone if someone's flying it, especially a hobbyist out there. But since he does it recreation or commercially, excuse me, it was just interesting. I mean, they are able to fly at 400-foot AGL. And depending on how high of a structure they're actually using the drone for, they can fly as high as that structure plus 400 feet, which I didn't know. So I learned from that too. It was interesting. Yeah, I mean, what did you take away from that? Did you get anything out of it, or did you like,
There was pizza there. No, it was good.
Pizza there?
No,
yes, there was.
Same thing that you did, the height, so I know how to get up. We flew was it the last time I flew? The second last time I was able to fly because of the weather. We flew over at the soccer fields, and there was a drone there.
Yep.
Really, I wish I would have. I think I should have been more responsible, and one of us could have been and just walked over there and talked to the guy and said, "Hey, where are you flying? And we're going to stay in this section here of the soccer field area, huge soccer field area." And just to keep out of his way and for us to keep out of theirs.
What did you think about the picture he showed us of the video of the drone hitting the airplane?
That's exactly what I was going to say next. Yeah, to see the impact that this drone had on a fixed wing, how it basically embedded itself inside the wing is really impactful.
I know, and the drone didn't collapse at all, but the wing of the airplane did. I mean, the drone was actually fairly intact. Remember him saying that?
Yeah, I did. That was crazy. But all the more reason to be flying with the reserve. All the more reason. Because you don't know how fast it can. So, and for someone like my former instructor to say, you don't need a reserve, if you're flying in proper conditions, well, yeah, what if there's a drone up there that you didn't see? You damn well need a reserve because your ass is going on the ground if you don't have one. Sorry.
Yeah, that would chop those lines to pieces. Yeah, man.
So that was great. And as a group, we're going to meet, depending on, Brandon says he's not the leader of the group, but we all know that's not true.
I'm not. Mark Ryder's the leader.
No, you're not. So, so whenever we meet, hopefully, maybe once a quarter. Next time we talked about doing some safety drills and things like that, like reserve tossing and things like that.
Reserve toss. Yeah. Yep. Definitely want to do that. 100%.
Talked about flying together, and we talked about this today about, hey, we'll cut our motors at 3,000 feet and see who can land closest to the target, and whoever's furthest away has to chug a beer and then go back up and try it again.
Yep.
That's a great idea. What could go wrong?
Just get intoxicated flying. That would be bad. But no, yeah, I think those are really important things, man. And we need to practice that stuff. We need to practice engine out situations like that so you can spot land without your power on your motor. So,
what are your goals for this summer? What do you want to get better at?
Gosh, I'd like to do more cross country flying. Honestly, I really would.
Yeah.
Another SIV would be great, but finding time and the money to go to SIVs, you really have to kind of plan that in advance, and I haven't really planned for that. But if I were to go to another SIV, like the one I did with Brad Ganuscio, when you go a second or third time, you start doing more acro type stuff. Mm-hmm. And that's a good place to do acro.
Oh, yeah.
To learn acro. There's at a SIV. So if I was going to start doing more of that, I think that would be real important. I would love to like start exploring more acro. I think you mentioned you'd like to do is like some asymmetrics and wing overs.
Yep.
I think do more of that. I just got to do it in a safe place. And I've always felt like I was really safe when I was at SIV with Brad. But asymmetric spirals would be great. Get better at that. But cross country flying, doing the adventure stuff would be on the top of my list. And we need to get a bunch of guys together that are into that and want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And make a 2 or 3 day trek. It doesn't have to be for like a week. It could be for a day or 2 days. I mean, it can be an afternoon. Let's go fly somewhere neat and see something that we haven't seen before from the air.
So here's a question for you from B. Randon. It looks like Brandon.
B. Randon. Who is B. Randon?
Oh, it says B. Randon.
B. Randon.
It says if a drone has a 400-foot AGL limit, wouldn't it be too low for a reserve? There's Crockett. Crockett's on. I say no. I say you throw your long. I actually posted a clip on Facebook about a week and a half ago. Someone had sent me, and it was a guy who was doing a tow, and when he got up, and he was getting rotor over the trees, I believe it was, and it got really bad, and the wing started to collapse, and he threw his reserve. I mean, he maybe been 100 feet off the ground. He threw his reserve, and he had it inflated basically a moment before his feet touched the ground. He actually stood up on that landing. So, if you got it, throw it, no matter what.
Yeah, that's right. And it was, funny, at the SIV we were at, they had this, thing that people, even the paraglider guys who'd been to this SIV before, had already kind of like put this in their brains. But there's 2 things that they would even write down on their flight decks. One was steer, then clear. So you want to still maintain control of your wing. And we practice having asymmetric deflations before you clear a problem. So if you have a deflation, you don't want to try to clear it and not fly your wing. You need to try to fly your wing. And during that SIV, we learned how to fly half of our wing, which is really interesting. That was kind of neat. But then the other one was if low, then throw. So there you go. If low, then throw. So you can still manage a problem. You don't want to throw your reserve initially and make more of a problem. And paraglider pilots can get themselves into more trouble if they throw a reserve sometimes when it's unnecessary. Okay. So basically, it's your reserve goes up into your main canopy, and your main canopy tries to reinflate. Here you've thrown a reserve, and now you've got no option, right? Unless you have a second reserve, which a lot of these paraglider pilots have. But so steer, then clear. That was the first. And then the second step was if low, then throw.
Yeah.
Kind of like the little checklist.
Low, then throw. So this is it's actually a good spot to talk about this, I guess, announcement of a show that's going to be coming up that we just booked here the other day.
Yeah.
If you go on the website, you may have already known this, but if not, the 16 people that are in the chat right now are going to be the first to hear this. I always wonder, and I've got this reserve, and Brandon, my flying buddy tells me every once in a while, reach over, feel where that handle is, so you know where it's at. Yeah. Hey, Bob Gardner, welcome to the show. Garver. I think if I ever had to throw the reserve, I would be in a state of panic. And that's why I'm looking forward to doing a lot of practice throws with this new product that's about to come out. But yeah. I wonder what's going to happen up in here, even while I'm practicing in that moment. What is the moment that I will say to myself, all else has failed. I cannot get this wing to reinflate. I need to throw the laundry. And that's why a week from Sunday, we're going to have someone on that's thrown several reserves, and it's a person that everybody knows. Woody Gamertag, Matt Woodworth, is going to be our guest to talk about just that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's no reason to sometimes panic and throw a reserve in a situation that presents itself where it's unnecessary. And that's hard for any new pilot to know when that is. I've never thrown a reserve. So, when would that situation present itself? Gosh.
Have you ever been close to the moment where you thought, I might be there, even in your SIV class?
No. I mean, we were doing things in such a controlled way that I never felt like I was putting myself in jeopardy. I mean, he was there talking, you could hear him. One of the scariest things about doing acro and stuff is when people get so tangled and wrapped, their lines just get. Have you seen this before?
Mm-hmm.
I think who posted that here recently? Was it Paramotor Fly Girl? Showed a picture of that. I mean, she was twisted. She had a line twist. It went all the way up to the main canopy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you have no real option. Then, dude, it's never going to come out. So when you have a line twist like that, that's severe and that's serious. But no, I've never been in that position. But what if you have like a main carabiner failure or something?
Oh gosh, yeah. You never know.
You know?
You might have a crack in that carabiner.
That's why. Well, that's why Lori Kadakis, when I was asking him questions about front mount with my reserve, because I don't like flying with reserve all the time. I know it's weird, but having a side mount, having it go to the shoulder straps is really important, because if you have a main carabiner failure, you've got an option, right?
Yeah.
Your front mount's attached to your main carabiners. So if you have a carabiner failure, your main carabiners your reserves are useless now too. So there's a situation that might present itself, I guess, as to why you need to throw a reserve. But you're right. No, you'd be in panic mode. You're absolutely right. You would be.
I'm scared if the moment ever comes. I really am. But
well, that's why they don't have new guys ever having reserves when they first start taking their first flights, because any little thing could scare them. They'd throw a reserve, right?
Yeah. Or you throw it early. You got to practice it.
Yeah.
That's why that's new product's going to be coming out here soon. I think I may have said it. I hope I did, because I know Chris DeChico is going to be pissed. Speaking of Chris DeChico, and we may get joined here. I just sent the link over to one of my compadres here. Let's see if he joins us here. I know he's in the chat, Trike Flyer. He says, Brandon!
What's up, Dave? So I'm on 20% power mode. My phone has 20% power mode right now. I'm on low power mode.
All right.
So my phone may just die on me.
You're doing all right.
So you know. If it dies.
Trike Flyer wants to know who's your favorite YouTuber.
Who, me?
Yeah.
You?
No, okay. No, see, Anthony Vella comes on the show every week and he says to the guests, who's your favorite YouTubers or podcasters?
You know who I like to watch, though? Seriously, and I told you this before you went live with me. Is that Ryan Southwell?
Yes.
Ryan Southwell.
I'm gonna check him out.
If you have not watched Ryan Southwell videos, please do. Patrick told me about that like last year in Denellen, and man, that is some really awesome stuff to watch.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Greg Anthony Harris does some really good stuff.
Yeah.
Trike Flyer, Paramotor Crazy does really good stuff.
You don't watch any of that.
Mark Ryder, go to Mark Ryder's YouTube channel. Mark Ryder. You might have that Insta 360 video he posted. I don't know if he's posted on YouTube.
I'm gonna sound stupid when I say this, but I loved watching that because I got to see me taking off and landing and flying around him. I was like, this is so cool. I put my little goggles on like this.
Well, we should do more of that, where we take videos of people's takeoff and landings that are our buddies, at the flying field, so everybody can kind of see what they are doing right or wrong.
Yeah, I want to say something to you because Randon says, thanks for the clarity. I fly a trike, but haven't bought a reserve due to really being high enough for it yet. I'm still very new and don't take risks to catch a collapse anyways. That's okay. And he says, okay. There's no reason not to get up to 1,000 feet. It's not risky up there. In fact, altitude is our friend, right?
Yeah, you're actually safer at altitude than you are, because you have time, to let a problem, maybe help fix itself. A lot of these wings can, get themselves out of trouble, especially these like lower wings, A and B wings. Which is, again, you don't want to throw a reserve when it's unnecessary. And how do you know when that moment is without really knowing? That's why SIVs are important. Learning from people who know.
Yeah.
And the whole if low, then throw, when I mentioned that to you, my phone's now 10% low power.
No.
Right.
We may be wrapping this up here in a second.
I don't have a charging cable around. Great.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, your reserve does you no good if it's not being thrown. You're definitely having a problem. That's for sure.
Quick, go out to the car. Put your phone in the car.
I guess I could. Yeah, I could run out there and do that.
You have a charger in the car?
I do have a charger in the car.
Yeah, take it with you. Take us with you.
Run out to the car and do that. But I think the real lesson is too with new guys throwing reserves when they don't need to makes it worse sometimes.
Yep, got to practice and know. And that's one of the things. So I heard that Aviator teaches that, but I don't know if anybody else teaches that in their curriculum.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, I don't know how things are being taught anymore. It seems things have gotten a whole lot better, with these schools. I think SIV clinics are so useful. I wish everybody would do one. I wish SIV was a part of your training. Great. They're doing SIV right now down in Corpus.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's with the paramotor on. That's kind of a rare thing. Lori Kadakis does that.
Wow.
And,
Are you logging on? This is why Brandon's been so busy. He's still at work. 7 o'clock and he's still at work.
Still at work. Look, we're taking the trash out. Let me see if I can get my phone charger out real quick.
Oh my gosh. So I just got a box delivered to me. This just came.
What is this?
It's a big box. Maybe it's props.
Could be.
I think I know what it is. I think it's a box of fun from some friends of mine. So I need a scissors or something. I don't know. There we go. There's a nail. I got all my gorilla props. I have like my gorilla glasses in my drawer down here, my gorilla mustache.
You guys are silly, man. Crazy. Hold on a second. It's going to get crazy out here.
All right. I can't
Not in
open
the
this
rain.
box.
Hold on a minute. I'm
Okay.
going to go on mute. I'm muting myself. You talk. Do what you do.
All right. Oh, I can't do this. Maybe I'll do this. So let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Who's here? Trike Flyer, are you coming on or not? It's a blow-up doll. Is it, Mike? Did you send this to me? Mike Fogel sent me a blow-up doll. That's awesome. Hey, Brennan. Someone give me a scissors. What's up, Barb Garber? Kevin Collins. Trying to read the chat while doing this. What's up, Kevin? All right. So here's what's going on. I think I got it. Is this a lot of stickers from you, Fogel? I hope it's a blow-up doll. All right. So everybody knows that one of our sponsors is Para Orange, right? Larry and the Bag Lady. And they're such sweet people. I love them. So what I've been asked to do is to make a couple of videos for
Mute.
Para Orange. Hi. Oh, look at you all dark. It's dark, man. So Para Orange has asked if I would help them out and do some videos.
Oh, it's ruined.
Hello? Hi. So I'm going to do some videos for Para Orange on their products, and it's going to go onto their website. And so let's see what we got. This is cool. I don't know what this is. Oh, I think this is a bag. So I'll pull that out here. Hey, there's Trike Flyer. What's up, Trike Flyer?
Yeah, there you go. Do that.
Now we got a party going. Oh, this is cool. Brandon,
Hey,
you
can
know
you
what
hear me,
this is?
David, or no?
I can hear you.
No.
Brandon, I can hear you. I can hear you, but you can't hear me. You're in your Bluetooth. Uh-oh. Brandon, now you muted yourself. I'm going to text him. I can hear you. I don't know. Hi, Dave. Dave Ruff, say hi. Oh, gosh, this show. All right. Yeah, Crockett, Dell doesn't need to have reserves because they're such good pilots. They're super pilots. They don't need super reserves. So Brandon's coming back in the building now. I could, okay. Anyways, this is something that was inspired by Mike Fogel. Wow, this is really cool. And this here, it says emergency bag Open when needed. What this is a stuff sack. Oh, it's got a green label on it, so it goes in with the green screen there. This is a stuff sack, and you put it in the seat of your paramotor. So if you have a landing somewhere, it's all nice and tight in an airtight bag for you. Cool. There's another stuff sack. And what other goodies? Some of this stuff I'm going to be giving away on the show in the weeks to come. Looks like we got a windsock, low velocity windsock. Those windsocks are great because they actually. Brandon, what happened? I could hear you.
Dang. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So my phone, like I've got the cable. It's not charging. What? But I can barely hear you.
Oh my God, my pole is so big. That's what she said. Hold on. Oh my gosh. I think the show is about to fall apart on us here. This pole is okay. Now someone's texting me. Who is that? Hold on 1 second here.
I don't even know what's going on.
I can hear you.
Boom. All right.
Boom. Good.
That's better.
All right. So they sent me a fishing pole. I got a new pole for a new windsock.
Nice.
These are low velocity windsocks. So
Yep.
1 mile an hour is all it takes.
Is that from Para Orange?
It is. These are riser bags. So you can buy riser bags. You can buy 1 or 2. I guess some people put a riser in each bag. So there's 2 riser bags.
Sweet. I like that. I like the low velocity or the low wind.
There's another one. You don't use riser bags, do you, Brandon?
I do, but sometimes find myself, well, with the Colorado I got, it has the riser bag built into the actual stuff sack, which is kind of nice.
Okay. So we got some prop covers. And I'll be giving these away on the show. I got prop covers from Para Orange. And then look at this. This is, I'm not going to unwrap it right now, but this is the pole, the stick in the ground, and you put your pole on top of this.
That's nice.
So I'm excited about that. Because I did, I do want to have, you sometimes do, you'll stick we'll have a couple windsocks out there, and you'll take yours and you'll put yours a couple 100 feet away. And then it's kind of good to see where the wind is in different parts of the field, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yep.
What's this? Now we got, what is this? This says these are, these are not included. Okay, that's me. Oh my gosh. Dave Ruff is actually on, but we can't see or hear him. I'm guessing he doesn't have much reception. There he is there.
Oh, yeah? I thought I saw it said he joined or something just a second ago.
I can see Dave. I can hear Dave. Now this is very cool.
Real bad coming out of the gas station. I'm just heading home right now.
Okay. So this here, Brandon, this is the coolest thing. This is, I don't cover. I'm trying to take it all apart, but so this piece here, if you're a foot launcher, I don't even know if anybody's watching anymore. I haven't looked at the chat here. Let's see. Go back to the chat for 1 quick second. 1 second. All right. Glenn Tusing, Mike Fogle, Kevin. I can't read everything that fast. Yeah, windsock. Okay. This right here, I'm not going to open this up right now, but I'll do this on the video. This is for, it's a waterproof cover. So if you put a trailer, a cargo trailer on the back, not a cargo trailer, what do you call it? The racks, right?
Yeah, the luggage rack.
Luggage racks. If you put a luggage rack onto the back of your truck or SUV, I wouldn't recommend this on a car. This is waterproof and it goes over your entire unit. It actually starts off, and I'll be doing a demo of this on the videos, but you actually put this underneath it so that the water's not splashing up from underneath and getting on your equipment too. And it completely covers it. Why not on a car? Because the wind's going to rip the thing over. I mean, that's just simple physics, folks. So
Yeah.
you want to use a car, SUV or truck so the wind blocks it and doesn't make like a sail on you. There's some really, really cool products here. All this stuff is such good quality materials too. So,
yeah, I like their windsocks a lot because I use that one now from them, and I use it every time I fly.
Yeah, me too.
The low velocity. Would you say you had the low wind? The low
velocity. Yeah, that's here
Yeah.
somewhere. Let's see. Is it this one? Prop covers. Oh, here it is. So yeah, low velocity windsock. And if you go on to paraorange.com, there's information about all their stuff on there, all the details, and I'll be putting that on the videos as well.
I'd like to have a stake that you can buy that you can use because I had to make my own.
Like
And
this?
the
Well, guess
stake-
what? You can. You go to Para Orange and you can get.
I like it. No, that's what I was telling you. Like, I like that they have that. That's actually something you can buy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So go visit.
Check it out.
I'm trying to unwrap this here.
Yeah, let's see how that thing looks.
We'll wrap up here in just a couple minutes because I know you got to get out of that office already.
Yeah,
I gotta go pick
get
up
some
dinner for
food.
the family. I got a son that's actually at the hospital right now, getting an IV, but they should be getting out of there soon. My wife just texted me because I love my wife. I want to have dinner ready for her.
I love my Wi-Fi.
Dave Ruff does have an announcement, but if I want him to make the announcement, he might have to wait till Sunday. Dave, can you hear me?
I know this shirt was.
There we go. Dave's in and out on his picture. I can see. Yeah, we can't hear him.
There he comes.
No,
He's coming back.
Yeah, for some reason, when I had you guys on my phone, I could barely hear you, although it looks like I'm about ready to lose power. So, what's going on?
You want to make an announcement?
Oh, about what we talked about yesterday?
Yeah. Or do you want to wait till Sunday?
Look
Look at this.
Oh,
Dave.
either way. Do it today and do it Sunday, too.
So let me just preface it, Dave. Cheers had Frasier, right? I can't think of any others. Spin-offs. Go ahead, Dave. Make the announcement. David.
So, with my schedule here coming up, in fact, that bus is completely loaded. The trailer's hooked on it and stuff. I'm getting ready to leave in the morning out to Arizona. With the time differences and the way that my work schedule goes, I will probably be missing. Let's see, I'll be there this Sunday. I'll be there the Sunday after, but after that, I'll probably miss 8 weeks of our Paramotor Nation, just because of the nature of what time we get out and sell signals and everything else. So I asked the panel if they would be cool for me to do a After Dark every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got a blessing. Brandon, you better be on it. And
For sure.
yeah, so I'm pretty much kind of spearheading that because I really won't be able to do the our Paramotor Nation. I'm going to try, if I'm out in Maricopa flying or something like that, I've got signal and I'm not competing with hundreds of thousands of people for cell signal, so I'll be able to do it. So that's pretty much about it.
So there you go.
Awesome.
Another night to hang out and talk about flying.
So, Dave, you want to see this thing real quick?
That's what she said.
See if I can switch the.
That's what she said.
See, I'm trying to switch the camera around. Yep, there we go.
Did you see it? This is called the Mark Ryder Special. This is what Mark
Oh, yeah.
Seal proof bag. Wow, there she is. Dave, is that the same RV that I saw?
Well, it's the first time you guys have ever seen it hooked up. Kind of see the trailer.
My.
Oh wow,
That is crazy.
that's crazy.
3 foot shy of 18-wheeler, 39,000 pounds loaded truck. So, got the
Can't hear you, Dave. All right.
It's an awesome trailer, though.
It
It's
is.
awesome. I like what he's got.
It is. Very cool. And your bitch is going to be going with you, right?
My what?
Your bitch, your dog.
I don't know. I'm ready to kill my dog.
Aw.
Oh,
What'd you think I
He,
meant, Brandon? He's got a dog.
she has not been listening to me lately and tore some stuff up last night.
Hey,
and has
what bitch
really
ever does?
has really irritated me. So she's on tie down right now.
Okay.
So Anyway, listen, I'm gonna get a pizza and I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I gotta go order some pizzas too. Thanks for joining us, David.
See you, Dave.
Hey, Brandon, it's good to see you, man.
Good seeing you too, buddy. Always.
All
All
right.
right.
So guys, we are
See you
gonna
guys
wrap
later.
it up. I want to thank Brandon for hanging out for a little bit. This won't be the last time.
Nope. We'll be
Yeah.
back. We'll be back.
And
Ryan
everybody-
Southwell videos. Watch Ryan Southwell videos. Tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be a
I'll see
test-
you later. Bye.
it's gonna be a test next time. Everybody, we will see you Sunday night, 8 o'clock with Ross Gasaway. All right. Thanks,
Later
Brandon.
on. Hey, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Hang on 1 second. We're going into that. All right. How do I do this? Hold on. And all right. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for watching.